morning, folks. It is Tuesday, I believe the 22nd of April. We're going to head out here a couple hours west and do some sightseeing. So, hope y'all enjoy it. I'd appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. This is a new channel, so need to get that subscription rate up. And if you like any of the videos, please give them a thumbs up. And if you got an idea of something you'd like to see me do, or someplace I need to go and check out, let me know. I love to travel, so if you look at my other channel, Sonny's Outdoor Adventures 1791, I just did a 12,000 mile trip around the Gulf of America up the East Coast to Maine and then back down, visiting a lot of the Revolutionary War and Civil War sites. Did some fishing, met some good people, visited a haunted lighthouse. So y'all check that channel out, and you can go into the playlist. And if you want to see what I did on that trip, it was a little over 12,000 miles last year. In fact, it was this time last year that I did it. Just look for 2025 adventure. So, but we'll bring y'all back here a little bit later on. Well, folks, since we're headed to the restrooms, I figured I'd show you this part here. That right there is the enlisted sinks and officer sinks. Wouldn't want to use the same water. Dead house. I'm not sure if that means morgue or what. So, but we'll bring back. I gotta go right over yonder. Okay. Diorama. I was in the 1st Infantry.
Oh, okay. That's right.
I normally get which one pay for all of this, but it should be a very big discount.
2761.
Here's a full diorama of the fort. As it was when it was built.
Thank you very much. Very.
Mohair and canned mutton. Okay, folks, we are outside. Where do we start, folks? Where do we start? Now, this fort was built overlooking the spring-fed waters of the San Saba River. I don't know where to start. I've been down here several times, but I have friends that participated in reenactments out here. So, I guess we'll go this way. It is a big ground, lots of walking. Okay, folks, this is the parade ground, as you can tell by the flagpole, with the correct flag, actually. So, at least it's got the right amount of stars. All right. Fort McKavett is a well-preserved 19th century Indian Wars military post, and that's why they were built. From the Texas-Oklahoma border to the Texas-Mexico border, we have what is called the Texas Forts Trail. Probably take a couple of weeks and just travel that and make a vacation out of it. And visit all the forts. There's not a whole lot of some of them remaining. This is one of the better. Officers' quarters number 11 right here. I believe all these are going to be officers' quarters right down through here. This post was established in 1852 to protect the settlers in this area. And it features restored buildings like barracks, officers' quarters, and a hospital alongside ruins, offering a glimpse into frontier life with self-guided tours and living history events. First time I came down here, I had friends that we rode motorcycles with. They were participating in a reenactment down here. They had a whole bunch of period correct tents set up and vendors and doing demonstrations, and they actually were part of a mountain mortar. So that's what they did. They would shoot the mortars a couple of times. So that little building right behind this one is another, what they call a sink, also toilet. I don't think any of these buildings are actually able to get into, if I remember right. Let's see. Not that one. Camp Cramped Quarters. Oh, yes, we can. Okay. Let's go inside. This was officers' quarters number 8. So let's nice and cool in here. And remember, these people had no air conditioning back then. It is hot and humid outside, and it is nice and cool in here. Although it does smell a little musty. Oh man, they must have left in a hurry. They left their food. Looks like pork belly and beans. Bedroom. We got to bring the curtain down here. This is their sitting area. Fireplace there. Dominoes and a pipe. Another bed. Back door. My guess is the kitchen is back here. Another bedroom. Fireplace. another bedroom. Okay. So I'm guessing they would have ate in a mess. They didn't have their own kitchen. And this would have been a office, kind of like an orderly room, I guess. So. All right, onward. That's the headquarters building right over there. And you can see some of the older structures that were not restored back there. We'll see if we can't go inside the headquarters here. Not that one. There we go. All right. This is kind of sticky at the bottom. No air conditioning, but they did have plenty of fireplaces for the winter time. Contrary to popular belief, Texas does get chilly in the winter. Okay. Here you're looking out onto the parade field from the officers or from the headquarters. So. I don't know if we can go out this back door or not. Let's see. Yep, we sure can. All right. And here we are. Plus the facade. We'll do this long building here. It is windy, folks. So this is barracks number 4. I don't know if that one goes in or not. Don't want to break it. There we go. Okay. Dark in here, folks. There's a fireplace there. Phone's doing a good job of picking it up. We got 1, 2, 3. We got 4 beds in here. Probably would have been the NCOs. And here's where the troops lived. Remember now, if you was in the 1st Infantry Division, this is where you was at instead of Fort Riley. So. Another fireplace, table. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Woo. We do have a cardboard soldier standing there, so. I'm gonna tell you folks, if you're only gonna visit one post in Texas, one of these old West military compounds, make it Fort Davis. I have been there several times. And make it in the evening time so that you can hear them do their retreat. It is outstanding. I wish this post did it, but it probably doesn't get all the visitors that Fort Davis does. This is Fort McCavitt. Weapons rack. Yeah. Okay. A little different style bunks in this one. More dominoes. I guess they like playing dominoes. Gotta have something to do. Alright, can't go through that door. So we'll go hopefully out this door. Nope, that one's locked. So we'll go back out the door we came in. And for some reason they got that fireplace blocked up over there. Because there is no other fireplace in here. So I guess when that fireplace is good, you're gonna live in here. Wintertime you want one of these bunks up by the fireplace. Unless you like sleeping cool. Yeah. Many of the enlisted men in the 1870s were former Civil War soldiers, both black and white. Of the whites who enlisted, around half at any one time were foreign-born, mostly from Ireland, Germany, and England. Black enlistees were both ex-slaves and free-born men. So, now, I remember reading somewhere that Fort Cabot at one time had the longest building. It was either in the United States or east or west of the Mississippi. Buffalo soldiers were also stationed here at Fort McCavett. So, and any of y'all know how they got the name Buffalo Soldiers? I do. If you do, let me know. Post it. Fireplace there. We are going to walk down this way. So this post was spread out, so it wasn't like it was all behind one big wall that they could defend against the Indians. And here's another foundation of a building right here. I don't think those are part of Fort McCavett. That's got a Mason emblem on it. It's on the post ground. Yeah, Masonic Lodge 750, I think. Yeah, Masonic Lodge 750. It don't even look like it's made from the same material, so now that building was added later. Probably before the State Historic Commission took this over. And this is where your officer of the day would have been stationed, right here. I don't know if we can go in there or not. No. That's where the guard would have been. No signs down here on this building. And there are on that one over there. That one got electricity going to it. That's Quartermaster Sergeant's right there. That's what the sign says above the door. We do got to watch out for snakes out here. We are in the Texas Hill Country. Look at all those century plants. That little century plants up there. Those may be on private property over there now. We'll go down here and see what the sign says. Yeah, Fort McKavett State Historic Site boundary. So when they took over this, they didn't go that far out. Deer tracks. Well, you can see where the deer are going back and forth through here. Over the fence and into the woods. Or right through there. For those that don't want to hop, come right through that opening. That tree would be a good place for a deer blind. Looking this way. Another building. Again, no signs to say what it was. Another foundation here. This was the bakery. Doors open. Not working today. I don't smell nothing. Here we go. My guess would have been the ovens were right back here. It's been about 20 years since I've been out here, folks. I said the last time I came out was for some friends that I used to ride motorcycles with doing their reenactment. It was pretty interesting. Another building here. Not sure what it was. Look at the flowers on that cactus. Anybody know what kind of cactus that is? I'm not climbing up in there with these rocks, folks. It's a good snaky area. If you know what kind of cactuses those are, flowers are pretty. Some pottery somebody found. Said pottery. I meant a clay jug and some glassware. Somebody else is going to correct me on it. It's not pottery. You're right, it's not. It was a clay jug and glass. And you see all the other little stacks of rocks from where there was buildings. They're still doing excavations here, looking for stuff. Another building right there. Get up here on the grass. I mean on the trail. What this building was. Let's see if it's got a name on it. Town Era Outbuilding. Okay. So it's an outbuilding. If I remember right, that building with the visitor center in it is the old hospital building. Could be wrong about that, but it could be. Now, there is a back gate here somewhere that goes down to the old spring. I remember that from last time I was here. Yep, says hospital. Right there. Okay, folks. veterans, first responders. It's $3 to get in. Of course, prices are always subject to change, so they're online. You can look them up. Fort McKavett State Historical Site. Look them up, and it'll give you the prices. Gives you directions. So if you're traveling through Texas, coming down 190, looking for a place to take a break, they're open from I think 9 to 5, 8 to 5, something like that. But there again, it's on their website. Let's see here. Daily, 8 to 5. You can see the prices for adult, $5, senior, veteran, teacher, first responder, $3, child 6 to 17 is $2, child 5 and under, free, family, 2 adults and 1 child, $8. Each additional child is $1. And keep your pets on a leash. No pets are allowed in any buildings except for service animals. If it's not a service animal, don't pretend it is. Yeah, there's the sign right there. Government Spring, Lime Kiln and Rock Quarry, quarter mile. Sorry folks, we're not walking it. My ankle's hurting already on my left foot. So. And this is brought to you by Grumpy Vet. I am not sponsored by anybody, although I wouldn't turn it down. So like I said, please hit that subscribe button. If you made it this far, I sure do appreciate it. Everybody's support, whether it's monetarily or just watching my videos, helps. So I appreciate y'all very much, and y'all have a blessed day.